uplink. Glacier, he's got a couple of AR classes. I saw him switching between the two. He's going to go with the Man of War to open things up here.
And he has to have a big game. This is the map where you need your AR player to be dominant. They get a couple down. He tries to get forward right away, but shut down on the cross. Enable answering back. And, you know, let's talk a little bit about sides in this one. If you're on the side from Faze, what's the key for you on the attack?
I mean, look, both sides, you do have that opportunity to spawn trap the opposing team, but on the side that Faze and I think this is more of like a least advantageous side if there was one, just because when you get spawn trapped on that snow street, it is just so tough to rotate back. You have no area to work with. Whereas on the other side, when you spawn out near like that back cabin, you have a couple of different options available to you when you want to retake your base.
Couldn't agree with you more. Who got into top church? It looks like a player was soaring out, and the pressure coming in. That's Attach picking up a few. Zuma, the only one left.
He might have been able to get that one point toss off, but he's going to juke him out.
Up top, and he's going to miss by a bit. Drone falling into the back of the Rise Nation base, and let's see how they opt to play this. It's going to be scary to try and wrap because you still have Zuma in your base. You have one player in around the B bomb side as well.
I think that's exactly why they decided to wrap. They knew that Faze had forward position to work with. Octane, he needs to pick up at least one kill here just to slow this push down.
They're still all over mid-map, though. You had control of those B steps. You had a player playing around Statue to rotate out and help quickly as well. And now the attack is back on, up over the top. You see the toss, the Rise player drops, and there's a pick. Two opportunities for Faze are shut down early.
Yeah, Looney, he's going to go ahead and reset the drone, picks up the kill after as he takes down Zuma.
Zuma was on a 4 streak, too.
Yeah, he's been a nuisance on that Rise side of the map so far to kick things off here. It's going to be Slack now on your screen. He's going to switch over to the M8, see what he can do with this.
Well, pick it up. An assist there, rotating back to mid-map. You see via X-ray, there's a player in around that B-bomb site. Just going to keep teasing, shoulder peeking. Slack says, screw it. I'm going to toss it forward. Just give time for my teammates. You have one player push forward. That's Classic. Classic gets 2. He's going to be able to pick up the drone here. Does he leave it for a teammate or slide out? Looks like he decides to grab it, and he may have a dunk the slide. The hop. Can he get through? He mantled, but there it is. 2-0 Rise. Stop stressing me out.
And dunks are so hard to get on this map that the one-point tosses obviously come into play every single time we see Infection uplink played, but that's a really good start from Rise. And one of the reasons why they're the best uplink teams in the game is because they always preemptively push out the lanes. They never leave their drone carrier unattended.
Ooh, I thought that went off the map for just a second as he was resetting. Armor picks up the kill as well. And now Looney will be pushing up over the top. It's away and buried. Nice deep toss there from Looney as the lead has extended out to 3-0. Now talk to me a little bit about Faze. When you're getting penned like this, when the pressure keeps coming, what's the best way to kind of build your way out of your base when you've just been getting crushed?
Well, first you want to take over the position where Classic is just holding. If you could hold on to your front tank, it's able to relieve a lot of the pressure off your teammates when it comes to pushing forward off spawn. But one thing working in Faze's favor right there was that Rise decided to push through that B street. It forced them to get a bit of a better spawn when it comes to rotating back. Another pick off from Looney as it's going to be Glacier falling at the hands of Classic. Looney now with Heat Wave available. He's going to be pushing forward. And look at the minimap. He's already got Classic. Look how far pushed up he is. Looney doesn't have to worry about many of his corners here. He also has a player right next to him. It's going to be Slack trying to give him some cover. Even though they do fall, they can keep this push going.
Pushing in through Green Alley. Octane picking up kills. The deep one away. Did it go right and short? It did. Not going to fly through. A 1-point miss. But, I mean, really, you know, Looney's been a big part of this. I know he's 5-7, but he has 2 interceptions. He has the 1-point deep toss. He's been throwing his body to the wind at times to make sure the rest of his teammates are able to push up in an aggressive fashion. So far, so good from Rise. But they are, would you say, on the stronger side? So, do you feel okay right now if you're Faze?
I think 3 points is pretty manageable to come back for him, but you know, the scoreboard doesn't tell the story when it comes to Looney. One, he's running an SMG, very tough to do on a map like Infection.
Very, very tough.
And you know, those interceptions, you know, stop 2 points coming in from Faze, so this could be a 1-point game had Looney not intercepted those tosses.
Couldn't agree with you more, Revan. Octane, the headshot machine, picking up 1. Slack going vertical, will snag another there at B steps. The melee coming in for Clayster, but you've got drone control yet again for Rise Nation. They're shutting it down for the time being, but if you're Faze, you'd hope to get at least a point on the board, right? Get something going, something to look at. You don't want to look at that goose egg any longer, and it's going to be Enable leading the way. Attach with the drone. They're going to pass it forward. They've got just under 30 seconds to work with here, Evan.
Pops his kinetic armor as he's trying to get position over your graveyard, gets the toss-off. He's going to be Enabled, but he doesn't hit it.
Oh my God.
Goes a little bit too far, but Zuma trying to keep this one going.
That's what, 2 misses and 2 interceptions. Can he get it? All he has is Annihilator. No camera, nothing to work with. Doesn't get it through. The defensive stand for Rise Nation holds. Get out of our base.
So Attach in a position to stop the drone carrier, but if Classic dies, it falls off the map. They reset it anyway, so going into the half, it's going to be Rise Nation with a 3-0 lead.
And
let's see if they can hold on to it.
You have, two interceptions for Looney, 2 missed 1-point opportunities. This could be a 4-3 game for Faze, which is crazy to think about. I think you had, what, one missed toss on the side of Raze Nation, I think. Doesn't end up hurting you. But
the ones from Slacked, right?
Yeah, just the 1 point was a little bit short and to the right. But, I mean, you got to be feeling okay if you're Faze. You didn't do great in the slaying department. You were on the least preferred side. You had, some crazy plays from Looney to stop a couple of your 1-point tosses. I think you're feeling okay. But an early break would be nice. Clayster, a lot of times you see these weapons used off the break. Do you think maybe we see the Tempest early?
We'll see if he decides to bring it out. He might be saving it for maybe like an offensive push or a defensive play that he has to make. But something important to take note of is when you get kills with those Tempests. Mr. X has been talking about this all weekend long. It's that added time to the death cam when you have to watch your body get electrocuted.
Well, Classic is connecting. That's 2 he's picked up now with the Tempest. It'll get shut down there by Clayster.
All 4 dead.
But was the damage done? They've got, this is a little bit of time to set up. You had a couple down for either side, but Attach is going to be the one that might be able to be a nuisance. Does he get anything done from the flank? You can't just spawn them in favorable positions. You have to wrap back and pick up some key kills. Attach has gotten into Green Alley. He's in a good spot here to help out his team. Goes vertical, gets 1. Finds a player in window. A couple teammates dropping around him. Has the M8 now. Nice shots from Attach, putting him through. 3 down for either side. Guess who it is on defense? It's Looney. He can't get across. No pick this time. And there you have Faze finally on the board.
That was a very tough one to stop on the side of Rise, and a good push coming out of the guys over on Faze. It's going to be the Scythe now. Going to be deployed by Octane as he's setting up over near the second story. Grandma's picks off 1, goes for the second as you see that player through the X-ray vision over near the middle statue. Clayster brings out his Tempest as well, but he picks up 1, goes for the kill on 2. Octane can't connect. The Scythe's still in play.
So you basically have, 1 Scythe kill, 1 kill with the Tempest on the other side for Clayster. Not a lot of damage done, at least in setting up points.
And Attach is going to hit the flank once again, and this is brilliant from him as he hits this Green Alley.
Same exact flank, exact flank.
Like, when you take this map and divide it into steps, this is step 1. It's getting control of the other team's tank. From there, you could spawn trap them and get easy 1 points off just like that.
And they're beautifully done, and that is all Attach. Going outskirts, coming in through Green Alley, and disrupting. He has done it in every game mode. He's in your face. He's a nuisance. He's irritating to play against. You see why. Clayster now going Green Alley. Deep throw, Steph Curry with the rock. Ooh. Too far, not going to be able to bury it.
So Rise, are they going to decide to wrap this? It looks like that's going to be the idea. They're preemptively pushing out that Snow Street lane. It's going to be enabled here on the B stairs. He could push through that B bomb site area and maybe catch these players in the side, but Classic has got 2 lead blockers. It's going to be Slack leading the way. He gets the opening kill there on the Clayster as Classic continue to push forward. He can hit a 1-point toss from this area, but 3 go down from Faze. This is going to be a dunk.
Putting it through, extends the lead back to 3, and now we basically reset, right? This is right back to the advantage they had coming into the second side, and you still have Looney front church looking to wreak havoc. He will be cleaned up. Slack's here as well. So much offensive pressure.
He just wants to stay alive.
Not taken down, rotating back, just trying to make these players worry about him. Really just trying to get as much focus as he can, and he keeps winning key gunfights here. Slack being such a nuisance on the offensive side.
Plays the last one alive. They know he's over near top church. He's trying to slow down this push from Rise Nation, and he does get taken down. As Looney, the player with the drone, he has Heat Wave to use, so I think he wants to take this one maybe bottom church, but he's going to line up for the 1-point toss. That's not going to make it in, but he's going to continue to push forward. Nobody here to follow it up, but at least they still have middle map control on the side of Rise.
Yeah, I mean, you have no control right now if you're Faze. You picked up a couple kills. Your base is at least cleared out. Now you can try to push forward, but you're running into the wrecking ball of Octane with an AR and Classic as well, shutting down this broken side of the map, and the pressure is on again. What can Faze do here, Revin? They haven't been able to get out of their side of the map for the past 90 seconds.
Well, first step they need to do is regain control of their tank. Right now, it's been Rise continually putting pressure over near that side of the map, and Faze have been fighting from their base for the good part of like the last minute and a half. Finally, they're going to be able to push out, but here comes a heat wave from Looney. He picks up the kill. He's going to pick up the drone as well. He's moving in for a dunk. There's a play over near Bob Church. He's going to go right over him, and he gets another dunk. Can he pick up the kill? He gets the spin down on the Zuma as Rise go up by 5 points. They're now in a commanding position, especially with only 1 minute remaining.
And that's 3 down again. Zuma, the only one to play defense. Enable coming off spawn as well, but they get off the toss. It goes long, but under a minute to play with. You've got kinetic for attach. That's really the only weapon you have at your ability to try and put through points, but the gunfight's being lost.
He's forced to reset.
He has to toss it off. This is not looking good at all. Things getting very, very scary, and if you win that one, maybe you give yourself a chance chance to get forward, but gets shut down there at B, and now Classic has the Tempest down.
Octane stills that kill away from him as they're going to look to put more points on the board, still trying to connect with this Tempest. Octane has the drone in his hands. There's one from Classic, looking for a couple more as they're starting to push this drone forward. This game is all over. Rise are going to go up 3-0 in this series here against FaZe. A great upwind game played by them, and really, this is one of Rise's best game modes. We've seen it throughout the entire Stage 1
There's
process.
one thing to mention here. There have been two teams that have come back from being down 3-0. H2K this weekend, and this same FaZe roster at Season 3 playoffs last year against Epsilon. So this is a team that is absolutely capable of making a miracle run.
And there you go, Rise Nation. The time expires.